way down the lake, going around the old country roads and things at the moment. Stop me thinking from bouncing, it's ridiculous really, how bumpy these roads are and potholey they are. Cattle break now. Nice little cattle break. Yeah, so really. I've been thinking about what to do, whether I go in the gate and turn left or turn right. I'm thinking I check the forecast before I left. It's sort of doing a southwesterly and northwesterly, but predominantly southwesterly really. So I thought it might need to be the southwest end of the lake. Could be just, I don't know, got to try it really. Right, anyone playing around in the water at the ford? No, it's always good. No donkeys, ponies and everything around here, that's good. It's a bonus when you can go across here and there's no one too pregnant on the ford, which is always good. Favourite folks, the cyclists. Yeah, so don't know, really don't know. Think about this one. Think about what we like to do. I might even be tempted to look at the middle lake, I don't know yet really. Not really sure. I've had mixed results out of the middle lake and I've lost a few fish, but you know, we'll see really. Rightio, so let's think about this one. Left or right, eh? Left or right, turn left or right. Where are you? Left or right is the one. I'm going to turn right today and go and have a look. I want to also have a look on one of these islands as well, just to sort of see. Go on here. Right, let's just go up here. See what we can contemplate. Just slowly. If no one's on that island, it might be worth the island, I think. So I'm going to reverse down the track here. Into the island and swim. It's a bit entertaining, this one. I'm going to go far, that'll do me. And we're going to have a right then, let's have a investigation across here. It's going to be interesting to see if it looks overgrown or, yeah, look at the state of that. No one's fished this for a while. Crumbs. I'm going to need to do some pruning myself to actually get across the bridge. I must admit, that's ridiculous really. Oh, there we go. Well, mallards underneath there. Crumbs. I'm glad I have a little set of pruners. I tell you, just yeah, you can tell no one's fished here for a while, can't you? Just these wild places, you can tell that's why. See, that's why I like it. Wild, not manicured, just wild. You know, I have to make a bit of effort if I want to fish here. To cut the brambles back myself, actually. Oh, that hurts. I'll do that one again. The brambles. Yeah. There we go. So, see what the swim looks like. So the wind's pushing nicely across over here at the moment. The swim's looking reasonable, isn't it? Swim's looking very reasonable. Yeah. Very, very fishy. Now you think might be the only one down here. Quite like the look of it. Must admit, nicely coloured up water as well. Interesting. Oh well. Right, well we'll put a bit of thought in that one. Here we go. So I'm going to switch off and get back to the car now and then move along, so I want to get done with the brambles so much. Anyway, let's put a little bit of work in this one for fishing. But this one, I do quite interested in this one. Right, crack on then. I've got to go. Right, yeah, I've come round to the next car park and across the old iron bridge. This looks like it's been a little bit more fish than previously. The one I've just been on anyway. Yeah, you'll know this route because I fish it when I. Oh my god, there's lots of prune on here as well. Unbelievable. I'm glad I carry a little pack of secateurs. Now, that's the normal swim I disappear down, but this time I'm going to have a wander this way. See what we can find. I'm not sure if I want to go on a little middle swim or on the end. I'm concerned about the end due to the sunshine, the shade. Whatever. The forecast is forecasting 22 and cloudy, which is reasonable. If it turns out it's not 22 and cloudy, I've clearly got problems. So, don't know. Don't know. It's nice in the breeze. There's no one opposite me. There's no one even in what they call the house. There's one guy I found fishing so far. I can see. Now, whether I fancy coming out fishing over here. Tricky one, really. Nearly fell over then. Usual thing. Yeah, so don't know. We'll see. We shall see. See what we can find. Yeah. Don't know. Don't know what we can find. Water level's down a bit. This is somewhere I haven't fished here for ages, to be perfectly honest with you. Used to fish here quite a bit. Yeah. Used to fish out there. But lost a few fish, but Ian sort of slightly inspired me to fish here again after catching them fish, and going that way I don't have to go overly that far, so I don't know. Tempted with that. It's going to be a bit hectic getting here, but with the northwest wind and the southwest wind, and if it really does do the cloudiness it's supposed to do, it'll be quite pleasant, really. It might even be quite pleasant sitting out here as well, and I love that view. Less aggro than the anything else. It's going to be hot out. Hot. Or is it going to be hot? Not sure if I fancy where I was last week. I'm tempted to go have a look in the middle lake. Don't know. A nice sort of shady swim round there that's sort of interesting me at the moment. Yeah, right. I'm going to switch this off and contemplate what I'm going to do. Well, we're around the Tower car park side now. So it's completely the opposite of where I was a minute ago. And well, often where you fish, you're seeing down on the tower point. Coming over the swim that we call the tower swim, to be honest with you. I've not fished it for a long time. I did quite fancy giving it a go. So, you know, whoops, stumbling again. There are a couple of fish along these margins, really. The southwesterly wind weirdly does blow along here. The northwesterly wind will blow onto it. So, yeah. Don't know. There is some shade. I can sit under some trees. It's just the dodgy slopey bank I'm worried about. Which shouldn't be too bad. Crikey. Yeah, you can see what I mean about the thingy. Slopey bank, can't you? Now, no point in murky as anything over as well, isn't it? Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, there's fish crashing to my right, but you just can't fish them in them trees. It's just a total no point. You lose them. So because you sort of got a bivvy back out there due to the proximity of the steepy slope. You can put your rod sort of not quite all the way down, which is quite a good thing. I quite like. It's either this or go on the in swim. I don't really want to go where I was last week. I'm tempted to go on the in swim because he just keeps catching bigger fish out of there. But whether it's because he can fish, he's sort of fishing out there. I don't know. I might actually come in here. There's some shade. I need to sit under the trees. I'm just going to sit over there, can't I? So I get shade in the evening. It's been a while. I'm going to go for this swim here. Yep. Alright then, I've worked out wrong the fish. Got the deeper out. I think it makes much difference if I got the deeper out. Didn't get the deeper out. There's a good old pile of weed here, there and everywhere. There seems to be a few fish, including under my rod tips, which are just down there, which is brilliant for a little bit of spotted day fishing tomorrow. I must admit, I will put a bait down there. But I have to sit by my rods and not far away because they'll have you under them trees in a millisecond. So what I'm going to do is get me particles out. First job I like to do is get some particles out, then get a few boilies out over the top. I just like to sort of spread them around at that sort of distance. I just realised I've not got my glove. Need my glove. You always need your glove, don't you? We've got to get my glove, haven't we? Actually by the camera. I'm not overly going to go far. Just little small flicks. I need to check the weed out from me and there because I'm nearly not sure whether I have my tips up and my tips low or back lids on really. But well, I've got a bit of time. We've got 3 days to work that one out. So I don't do. Alright, so We're literally just going probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 rod lengths out. It's a sort of a lob on this. Not very far. I'm going to put some bait down under that tree down there. And later on, so a few little pellets and things, but I'm going to, when I get this, half of this out, and get a load of boilies over the top. I like to, as I say, I like to get the noise over and done with. And these bombs are great, it's just me that tries to film to the max. Well, you've got to enter in it. Can't help myself. I'll max it out. We're going to spread the rods out. One in the middle of the island, and one out to the left. You might ask yourself, I'm not putting one down the right hand margins. Well, I will do, but no way I'm putting a rod down the right hand margins during dark hours. So that is just going to be a little bit of bait, not a lot, and little bag over the top of it, and fish it during the day if I'm not doing, I'm not doing so good. I do struggle to catch out of here during the day, so I might even use the left hand bush as well during the day. Just try some different things for days. Pushing the boundaries of me. Think again, brave. I like spreading the particles around, really. Yeah, I like to, spread them out. Get them rummaging through that weed. Get a lot of particles sitting on that weed between the two rods. I'm slightly glad I didn't set up opposite now. The swans seem to have decided that's their home. I know they've got 4 cygnets like they had last week, so got to be mindful about them. But yeah, I feel I've got a reasonable chance here. Daylight hours and dark hours. I fish bags again like I have been. I've actually got the camera filming down there under the tree at the moment. I had a couple of fish stick heads out. Amazing, really. Can't say they're going to do it now. Not after me playing around in here. But hey, it's interesting for tomorrow. How we get on. Oh, tell you what, this heat is. You see that one go? Yeah, see, stuffed it too far tonight. I think it might touch the ground as well behind me. I'll check on the footage later as it opens. Doesn't matter. Wow. What the old bivvy's going to be last on the list today. Things to do. Don't you? You really do. I don't expect that to close. I have no idea. But hey, it actually does. might actually try having the rods up here. I see the tip's quite high. Yeah. Normally what I do is I normally actually whack the whole of this tub out when I get here and just sort of sit over it for the next couple of days. But I'm not going to do that this time. I'll do half the tub and half the tub tomorrow because I'm not sure if I'm going to move spots and things. Don't know. I might want to be closer to the weed. I don't know. I don't know yet. Just got to do the moving areas in here over the next 3 nights. So I need that. Oh yeah. You know it's like when you're spomming, yeah. All goes well for about the first half, and then you get a little bit tired, especially at my age, and also a little bit wrong with my arm muscles, especially the black-headed gulls that out the bits and bobs out there. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. Got to watch out actually because there was rain forecast this afternoon at one point. I don't think it is anymore now. No, I don't think it is. I've got my big bivvy again, I've got the T2 again, so set that up back there and sit in the doorway, which is what I want to do, and then just if I push a rod in the margins, I just charge down. And we're doing, well, we're getting there. I'm a quarter of the way through. I do like a big bed of bait, beginning of my sessions on here, because a few years ago they just really anti-noise and anti-spawns, but we found that you can do a lot of noise now as soon as you got down, preferably sort of instantly. So it's about 12 o'clock now, half 12 maybe. I'm doing this, the noise is over and done with, and 6 hours later, 6 o'clock this evening, they do start venturing back. So yeah, and then you don't have to actually just really make much noise for the coming days. The interest that one was a little bit further out, a bit more over the weed to get them searching it, finding it, and having a look. Wow. You've got some heat in this water. There. Leave it there. Do you see that happen? Then I'll just put that over that. That'll have been fun in a minute. I might just poke my hand in there so I can get the see the clip. And it just sits in there nicely. Oh, look at that. Look. Catch it. Oh, catch it. I was lucky, isn't it? Yeah, so much for my catches it. So, don't take this as a judgment for these things. It's just me putting 1, too much bait in, 2, using a lot of microparticles and things. Absolutely ridiculous amount of microparticles and things. So yeah, it's never personally gonna end well using this. It's I am risking it. It ain't gonna be. Not be 100%. What do we got? I'll do 2 more. I'm going to go and retrieve the boilies from the car actually, so I might. Yeah. Yeah, I'll retrieve the boilies from the car. I think I started on that one tonight. Right, I'll do for those. I shall go and get the boilies. Oh, beautiful. Smell me horrible sticky hands. Anyway. Now I know we all wash our hands in the lake. So what we should do is after doing that, and you're ready like that to eat and stuff, sanitize your hands. Definitely. Right, what I like to do is you know where your chair's going to go, sort of get it level first. Right, so you know what you're dealing with. Exactly. I've got my chair right over our corner. I think from now on, chair goes. Needs to be flat. More shape. Tell me. The limits of that one. can't really see, but that swan is attacking a grebe. Can you believe it? Yeah, you might have got it just a little bit then. Unbelievable. Poor grebe, I hope he gets out of there alright. It's obviously died or something. Afternoon, Roland. I can see you hiding there. Yep, we've got you. Hoovering up all me bits and bobs I spilled. Good old boy. That's what we like. Keep the wildlife happy. I don't mind. You know, he's happy. He'll clean that all up. Munch it away. Perfect. Well, there we go. Tonight's tea on the weather is going to be lasagna, Elefano from Morrison's on the Weber by the lake. What more could you ask for, eh? A fish at some point, really all I need, but you know, that will do me. Happy with that. Just waiting for it to warm up. Yeah, we are coming up to the going on time. When he gets to 200, we're there. So I better get going, didn't we? Really, better get going. Right, well, the food is on the way. I'm gonna sit down and relax. It's a little wind blowing through here, I must admit. Quite nice, actually, to be fair. I'm now in the shade. Last wind blowing through the gap behind me. Just relax and chill out. Wait for one of them bobbins to belt off and scream off at some particular point tonight, probably. I need to turn that down. We'll be cooking way too hot. Also, need to set the timer, really, which I haven't done. Did that the other day. Brought me a few issues, that did, but there we go. So, in light of that, I'll just get the temperature right. You've got to be careful. When the wind blows, it goes up there and through there. So, I'll sort of keep the temperature and the gas just on enough to keep the temperature up. And when the wind blows, be very careful. So sometimes you have to just take the heat out of it. Get the heat out, I find, and just put the lid back on again and drop it down nicely and just sort of build it up. Sometimes when it's windy, it can be a little bit problematic. The old weather, you need to I probably should have put it under there to be fair, sort of out the window, sort of in the door of my bivvy. But I just thought it'd be nice to sit out here and you know, have a glass and look across the lake and watch for any showing fish this evening, and chop up the salad in a little while, which would be quite nice. And yeah, that would be very good indeed. So based on that, I'm actually going to go and set the timer, really. Otherwise it's going to be I've absolutely no idea when it's done, which is my favourite trick at home normally, so I'll be doing it down the lake. Right. Oh, good morning. The wind has turned round to the northwest, which sort of comes straight onto this bank. It goes along a little bit to the right, but straight on this bank, straight in my face. It's perfect, really. Just got to see what happens. I've got a day of this, then it swings back round to the southwest, so not quite sure what the fish are going to do. It's a bit grey and overcast at the moment. Excuse me, throwing stick. Hadn't actually done anything about that one. Yeah, nothing at all last night. A few little liners. Got a bit excited. Thought something was going to rattle off. Nothing at all. Then it all went quiet. There's clearly fish moving around. So I've actually put fresh baits on this morning and put some little yellow wafters on, actually, just to try it out for the day, just to see if the sort of like the colour helps the carp to pick stuff up within the weed and things. Don't know. Maybe the boilies I was using is a bit too heavy, so I'm going to try that. Then I got some smaller, sort of not so bright wafters to put on for this evening, and we'll just sort of see. We've got to mix things up a little bit. Not used to fishing in weed in this lake, so I don't know really how the fish are going to behave. But it's most definitely very nearly coffee time, So I'm going to get that on in a moment over there. And sit in my chair all day and look out the door and yeah, so we go from there. Should be quite good. Might actually put one down on the tree at some particular point. Don't know yet. Still contemplating on that one. The problem is they just go into the nearest trees. The distance it takes me to get from my chair to the rods is about the distance it takes them to get from there to there. So the only other option is to put a little stick next to my pole, my bank stick, just to support it, and then this little fish completely and utterly locked up. It's a bit leery and I don't really like doing these days, but just have to contemplate that one. We'll just have to see where we go, really. Right, well, that's morning from me, morning from inside the bivvy, and we shall take it from there, really. See how we get on. Don't know why I did that. Well, I just thought I'd go for a little bit of a wander around and show you a tower, the car park. You can see there's another angler in there. The rabbits were around earlier on, but they don't seem to be around now. Not sure where the other angler is, but as you can see, the cloud is breaking. There might be a bit of sunshine, which, to be perfectly honest with you, is going to be a bit of a result for me, because I haven't got a long sleeve top apart from my raincoat, and yeah, I'm a little bit on the old fresh side, chilly at the moment. Cool, that's nice where I'm standing now. Wowee. There we go. Now I'm going to look round there where Ian was last week. I'm just literally just round the corner from here. Yeah. So I've had a liner on the right hand rod, and the tip's knocked a couple of times. I was going to reel it in and put a fresh bag on, but at the moment I'm going to carry on as I am and just leave it for a little bit longer. There's obviously something mooching around there, so I'm going to have to give it sort of another 15-20 minutes or so, and see if anything occurs to what we're going to do. But it's well windy over here. Oh, I see the swan over the other side is giving it the big one again. He was doing that yesterday, attacking geese and all sorts of stuff. Yesterday it was. Absolutely what a nightmare it is. Yeah. It seems to be on a mission over there at the moment. I might have a go at something. Poor thing. Probably not poor geese, probably. No, but we shall see. It's obviously over the far side, so I'm actually glad I'm not fishing over that side now, because that was going to be where I was going to go, to be honest with you, wasn't it? I think I've had a bit of time arguing with a swan, which wouldn't have been very good. Not at all. So yeah, the right hand rod's twitched a couple of times. I'm going to have to put a new bag on that at some particular point. I've noticed that I'll shut all my windows and doors on my bivvy, because it's Quite chilly wind out here at the moment. A little bit more chilly than I thought it was going to be, realistically. But, I do keep thinking of putting a bait down there, but I just look at them trees and snags over there, and you just know it's going to end wrong. I was talking to someone about it the other week, and it's the same sort of problem, really. I think most people haven't actually bothered now fishing there for a while, which is a shame, really. So we'll see where we go, realistically. It's yeah, I've got to try and remember that we don't always catch on the first night when we're here, so it's not gonna affect my decisions too much. I shall go through tonight as I would have done. It's tomorrow where I'll be sort of thinking of changing things, what to do. So we shall see, really. I tell you, it ain't very warm out here, is it? Not very warm at all. Not in the slightest. Gone from stifling hot yesterday to well, yeah, a bit fresh around the edges today, I must admit. There we go. Oh well. Beautiful place, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful place. Nice and walky, yeah. Oh, there goes the swamp. I wonder what he's having a go at. Oh, it's the geese. He's having a go at the geese. It's the geese are over there. Yeah, he's after them geese. Let's see if we can zoom in. He was doing this yesterday. He just doesn't like them anywhere near the island. Oh, there's the goose. Oh dear. He'll be after that one. That's what he was doing yesterday. Chasing the geese around. And then nowhere, I don't know where his nest is at the moment. Must be out on the island somewhere over there. He's got a right mission on at the moment. Oh, there he goes. He is not happy, is he? He's backed off now. Yeah, I think he's going to leave him alone now. Right then, oh no, he's off around the side of the island now. He's on a mission, I tell ya. Fair play, mate. Well, I tell you what, I've only remembered I've had a new wallop lightweight waterproof jacket on it. Well, now I only realised I forgot it in my bag, so that's the temperature of me is now going up a lot, which is quite good. The sun's coming out now, which is quite good as well, so yeah, quite glad I've got this in the bag. It's very nice indeed, quite happy with it. Haven't tested it out in the rain yet. I thought I might end up having to test it out last night, but wasn't that lucky, so it is what it is. No you know, no takes in the rain, which is, well, I was hoping for a take in the rain, or a take just after the rain. That's normally sort of quite common around here, but wasn't gonna be, was it really? So I've just recast one of the rods. I thought it would be a good idea. I had a few liners and knocks and things on it, and it had pulled out. Well, I pulled it out of from the stem. The lead had gone up the stem, so yeah, something has obviously occurred. Quite a lot of violent sort of take or something. So not really sure about that one. So we'll keep an eye on that rod, see how we go. With any luck, we'll something will happen in the not too distant future, realistically, and we'll get a bite really. It's sort of midday-ish now, I think, something like that. Nearly time for lunch. What we could do with lunch really? I like a bit of tuna salad sandwich, I think, for lunch. I'm trying to be a lot more healthy than I used to be, so that's all we can do really. And sometime, hopefully, one of these rods behind me is going to rattle off, which would be nice, wouldn't it really? So about the droning of the helicopter in the distance, but there's obviously movements and activities going along somewhere. I'm trying to sort of find it in the background, but I can't, so oh well, there we go. Rightio, I'll catch up with you soon, boys and girls. Well, I've been sitting here all afternoon, well, middle of the morning onwards, hoping that right hand rod will go off. Got the GoPro there, waiting to capture it all. There's my baits under that tree, looking absolutely peach. It's about 4:30 now, so I've actually baited up the left hand rod, baited up the right hand rod out there. Stuck a handful of particles under the tree. They can sit there until this evening, and yeah, about 8 o'clock I shall probably give up and I'll move it back out to the open water really, see where we go from there. But it's been a pleasant day. It's getting hot at the moment, I must admit. Oh, that made me jump. You see that? Got a little rod tip knock as well then. Don't know if you picked that up. There's something out and about there. So that's all we can hope for really. I've changed over to not using bags tonight, and I've sort of changed over to sort of longer hook links. So maybe I'm burying them in the weed a bit and the fish aren't finding them. Don't know really. Funny fish here. Can't see why that would be a problem, but just never know with this place. Never know. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. See where we go from here. I can only hope that the right hand rod goes off and maybe the left hand rod goes off now. Don't know. I said I think the wind's on the change. It's slowly moving to southwest, but I thought it was later. It's died down a lot. It was pretty blowy earlier. I've been pretty blowy most of the day. It's been quite pleasant really, to be perfectly honest with you, with the cloud cover. And it's quite chilly this morning. Well, for me anyway. Some people don't think it's chilly, but it certainly is for me. Must be the age or something. Don't know really. Spent too long outside and not enough time outside. One of the two. But yeah, only but hope really. Rightio. Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed. Where we go from here. Well, tea's on the go, and sitting back here, just soaking up the atmosphere of the evening sun across the lake. Finally getting out of my swim. Hoping at some point that right hand rod or that left hand rod does rattle off. I must remember I've got to move the right hand rod at some particular point in time. The swan's been out again doing its stuff and trying to kill the resident geese. Unbelievable really. Mind you, it keeps them away from the island over there and keeps them away from me. So that was a bonus to these things, I suppose. So it's, as I say, it's coming up to 6 o'clock, tea time. So hopefully something will happen tonight. Barring an absolute stunning sunset. This is the end of part 1, and part 2 will be coming soon, but hopefully part 2 will actually have some carp in it. I thought part 1 would have some carp in it, but clearly that's really not been the case, is it? Strange really. You know, for a minute I reasonably thought I'd got it cracked, but I think the weed is changing the dynamics. So I think I might have said earlier, I can't remember, I've changed the rig slightly now to sort of see if I can deal with the dynamics of the weed. Obviously it's just a greater food source now than what they've been used to, so things things are going to be interesting and different, really. Even Meadow Lake, where I fish for the winter, I've had reports so far from there that it's getting full of weed this year, which is quite interesting. So we'll have to see where that goes. Really, that could be another interesting winter on there. I might venture over there and before I go on holiday in August. I don't know yet. Have to see. Might have a little bit of a break from here. Or I might even venture onto another lake with an old friend. Don't know. We've got a few things in the pipeline. We're not really sure where things are going to pan out this year and what we're actually going to do. So yeah, there could be a few new lakes on the horizon, I think, coming up soon, which would be nice. It'll make a change. I'm always concerned about when you sort of have a little break from somewhere, that what you're after will get caught and come out, and you don't really need that. So I don't know, it's always hard for me to sort of have a break from somewhere and pull away. So we shall see. It would be nice to give something a little go for a while and see where we go. Right, I need to put my food on. The weather's up to temperature, so I shall catch up with you in part 2 in a few days' time. See you later. With some fish, I hope.